I don't believe what you're saying, and I don't believe that you're debunking anything that's. I know Hebrew, I know Greek.
Sure. I'll leave that for people with common sense. But what I did clearly is I haven't given an interpretation. I stated facts. So when I talked about Israel, I said the scripture identifies it as Israel. That's what the scripture says. It's not my interpretation, right? And you talked about hermeneutics. The Jewish people, first recipients, they will all tell you. The people who are reading their own scripture in their own language will tell you Isaiah 53 is about Israel, suffering servant. We read it in context. Like read the verses before, chapters before, verses after. Look at the verses, every verse, and this is how you can identify. So the person who doesn't follow the context is you in this case, not me.
Okay, so let me say this. Matthew, a prophet, goes, no.
Matthew's not a prophet,
the inspiration, but I'm saying that won't make sense to a Jew.
Sure.
It won't make sense to a Muslim.
Exactly.
But it's in our New Testament.
But I agree with
in
you.
our scriptures.
I completely agree with you, actually. You're actually supporting my point, but we just did. What you just did is what we refer to as eisegesis, where you read your own beliefs into the scripture.
Well, he just did it.
Yeah, I know.
This is my scripture.
I know. That's how.
Is this not my scripture?
I know. That's what I'm commenting on, right?
Okay.
That's my point. I'm not disagreeing. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
I'm saying this is what Christians are doing, right? So the Hebrew scripture, which is not your scripture, which is originally the Jewish people, you read your own beliefs into the scripture, a different scripture, separate scripture. You say, no, that's actually the right meaning because we believe it. But that's not how you read scripture. You read scripture in its original recipients of the scripture. You look at how they understood the scripture and you apply that understanding. You don't put your understanding on that scripture, right? Now, Matthew has a clear habit of making up history. He has a clear habit of using by the way, Matthew, anyways, we don't know who the author of the gospel anyways, it's anonymous, but whoever wrote that scripture has a clear habit of making up history, has a clear habit of misusing and misinterpreting scripture from the Old Testament. So it doesn't concern me. What concerns me is Jesus. The one who concerns me, and should concern you, by the way, as a Christian follower of Christ, is Jesus. What Jesus said, what Jesus did, and what didn't do.